Hey everyone, we are here day 12. I have to say, this is a huge win for me because it's 20% of the way to 60. This is Elisa with 60 days to 60. And I have to say, going back to the gap in the gain, this is a huge gain for me because I got a really rough start and I did not see myself making it to day 12. So I'm going to keep going to day 60, but that's the goal. That's the plan. We'll see. So today I want to talk about curiosity. And curiosity is one of those things I kind of learned about almost like accidentally. I was going through a really rough relationship, and um, this was going on for about 10 years. And thankfully, it wasn't someone I saw all the time or a lot of. And so I could kind of, that's good and bad because I could kind of ignore it. But then when I had to deal with this person, it was, I would get like knots in my stomach. It was so hard. And everything I did, and I would try to get along with this person. And then I would judge myself for not getting along with this person. And it went on and on, like I said, for 10 years. And finally, I just learned this little trick called curiosity. And you just say, isn't it interesting that? And I would go, isn't it interesting that she thinks it's okay to say that? Isn't it interesting that she thinks it's okay to treat me like that? I wonder why. Isn't it interesting that I get upset when she says that? I wonder why. I wonder why it even matters to me that she says that or that she does that. And when I got into a place of curiosity, it never became like, then I got out of a place of judging her and judging me. And I was just able to just accept her the way she was after that. And to be like, yep, that's how she is. Isn't that interesting? I wonder why. I wonder why she's like that. Because there are just people in life you can't change. And I'm not saying if it's abusive, definitely set boundaries. I'm not saying don't. But you know those people that are just kind of hard to be around? And you can't even always put your finger on why. Just get curious and just be like, I wonder why. And it works with more than people. It works with, isn't it interesting that I always struggle to lose weight? Isn't it interesting that I always spend more money than I make? Isn't it interesting, whatever, fill in the blank. Whatever you're resisting in your life, whatever you're stuck, wherever you're stuck, just get really curious about it and just say, that's interesting. I wonder why. And let yourself be curious because we are actually meant to be curious beings. And I know I talked about this, probably beat it to death in the last video, that we tend to live in a world where we are told a lot what to do and we're kind of, other people's judgments are kind of forced on us. Get curious, be like a kid, ask questions. For those of you who watch the Magic School Bus, I feel like I'm going to break into, with the frizz? No way. To like, anyway. Hope you guys have a great day and let me know below like how you've used this. I'm curious because I think there's so many different ways you can use it. And have a great day.